So I'm up at Bute Produce today, which is a Fine Futures project. I arrived in the community car club, Car Bute, which is available and open for residents of the island to join. And the first thing that we notice about Bute Produce just now is the raised beds, which have got lots of herbs going into them, and beech trees that are going to form a beech hedge and do a bit of wind block there. The site is a 6-acre site, and we have been gifted it from Mount Stewart up until 2018. We're going to be meeting Ronnie Armstrong, who is the senior horticulturist at the site, and speaking to Ronnie about what happens here, what the plans are for this year, and some innovations that have been introduced, and some of the work that goes on with people as well as plants. So Ronnie, we've got the herb train. How are you doing this morning?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's cold and wet, but it's not too bad.
Tell me about the herb train.
Well, the herb train was put in when the produce first started. It was actually, it's all changed the herb train this year. It was the train, which you can see at the end here, the train, this is the carriages coming off the train. They were set up as like kind of small desks, but it was wasted space that they weren't using. It was never getting used, so I turned it into the herb train. So when you go into these wee trailers off the train, we've got things like thyme, we've got chives, we've got basil, we've got sage, we've got dill, fennel, a wee bit of everything, mint as well. And it's easy to keep on top of the herbs when it's in wee beds like this as well. And plus when folk come in, it's a nice smell of herbs when they're walking through the gate, and it always makes you hungry as well. So they tend to buy more veg because they're hungry, because they can smell the herbs.
So there's a tactic there, is there?
Yes, definitely. But the herbs will grow fine in these beds year after year. We don't have to take them out, we just leave them to do their own thing. They'll just grow and reproduce just constantly, every year, which is a bonus.
Now, we talked about the sale of veg there, and obviously we do a green box scheme where people can come up and buy vegetables from the garden. We also do a delivery scheme. Why is the green box scheme important to Bute Produce?
Well, the green box scheme is important to Bute Produce because we can sell what we're growing into our boxes. It promotes healthy eating, it's giving folk value for money, it's giving them quality for money as well. When we go to the supermarkets, the stuff we're getting there isn't fresh, it's been travelling for miles, it's days in vans, it's been frozen. Up here, when stuff's being bought, it's coming straight from the ground into a bag. It's not sitting about, it's not been travelling all over the place. So it's just fresh produce, straight from the ground, it's organic. We're not organic restaurant, but we use all organic methods here at the garden. We don't like to bring in chemicals and sprays, we want to keep it all the way it's intended.
So there's big health benefits and there's a big environmental benefit from lowering the carbon footprint of the food miles, really, of it. And in terms of supporting the garden, because Bute Produce obviously, we grow people here as well, and that takes normally takes grant funding. The money that's raised through the Green Box, does that help contribute to the sustainability of the project?
Yeah, well, we don't make a lot of money. We're not making loads and loads of money every year. We'd love to be, we'd great to be, but it's helping with equipment, with seeds, with compost, with bringing wages in. It's helping in so many different ways as well, and it means we can keep our prices low, which means the community can enjoy a bit cheaper prices than we're paying in the supermarkets, because we don't want to be paying £1.85, I think that's what it was at winter there, £1.85 for a cauliflower, when we're doing it for £1. So it's a big difference in price. We're not paying so much extra because of the travel, the care of the plant and stuff. We're just producing good fresh vegetables that folk can afford, and it's important to make sure people can afford it. On Ross there's not a lot of jobs about, so there is a lot of families who haven't got a lot of income, and if they can get affordable vegetables and fruit, it's making a big difference for them. I mean, we try to, when we're doing a stall at the health centre, and that's to promote, also to promote healthy eating, but it's also to give folk vegetables at a reasonable price. Because we get a lot of elderly people who's coming through the stall who aren't able to walk all the way up to the produce. So it means if the doctors, they know we're there every Thursday and they're coming along and they're buying. It's gradually picking up the stall, we're getting more and more people involved, and of course we're getting people who are finding out about the produce at the stall and coming up and using their shop on site to buy the vegetables too. Okay. So it means everything we're growing, we're trying to sell. So
if people want to either support the project because they like what we're doing and want to become a patron by buying vegetables, they can do that here at the garden. They can order and have Green Box delivered, or they can pop into the health centre on a Thursday, is it?
Yep, and they can also order online on our Facebook page, which is Bute Produce page.
All right.
You can order online there as well.
Grand.
There'll be a list on there every week week of what's in the boxes each week as well, so they can see what's in the boxes. If there's things in the boxes they don't want, I'm always happy to swap things over and we put something different in its place. We're always able to change. It's not set in stone, that's what's in your box each week. You can
Excellent.
change wee things about here and there.
And for families that are maybe finding it just a wee bit too much to pay the prices at the supermarket, there is an affordable alternative
Yeah,
for them.
of course there is.
Excellent.
Because we also take the NHS milk tokens here.
Okay.
So we'll
Oh,
take,
right. Tell us about that.
I think the milk token works out at £3.50, of which you can use for your milk or vegetables from the supermarket. Also, we can take them here for the vegetables.
Excellent.
So for the £3.50, we can give you £3.50 worth of veg, which will make you a nice big pot of soup and a couple of dinners as well.
Brilliant.
It's always to try and keep folk able to afford to eat,
All right.
rather than having to rely on pre-made meals and stuff like that. So it's always good to have fresh produce.
Great. Thanks very much, Ronnie.
No bother.